I am 59, and I no longer keep creams, no serums, no night creams, no shelf of expensive jars, just one plain thing I do before bed instead. If these simple, honest habits are helpful to you, subscribe and stay a while. It means a lot to me. So let me start with the wish, because I think you and I want the same thing. To age well, but simply. To look and feel young, without buying more and more, without spending money on serums and night creams that promised so much and asked for so much of your evening. I know the wish you carry because I carried it too. For years I really did, and I bought them. All of them. The expensive jar with the heavy lid, the one that felt like it should work just because it was heavy. The little bottle with the dropper, the kind you squeeze and count the drops. The cream I was told to pat on in a certain order. This one first, then this one, wait a moment, then the last. I followed all of it. I stood at the sink at night doing my 10 small steps, tired, and I believed that if I stopped, my face would somehow fall apart. Then, somewhere in my 50s, I stopped. Quietly. Not because a doctor told me to, not because I read something clever. I was just tired one night, and I skipped it. And then the next night, too. The jars stayed on the shelf, lids half on, catching the light. And here is the honest part, the part I still find funny. My skin never really noticed. Nothing dramatic happened. That is what surprised me most of all. I kept waiting for it. I thought there would be a morning where I looked in the mirror and regretted everything. That morning never came. My face was just my face. Calm, a little older, mine. And slowly I understood that all those bottles had been asking me to fear something that was never really coming. So one day I opened the cupboard and I set them aside. The whole shelf. The dropper, the heavy jar, all of it, quietly put away, and I did not miss them. If I am honest with you, part of why I let them go is that I am a little lazy. 10 steps before bed, when you are tired at my age, I did not want it anymore. I wanted something I could do in under a minute without thinking. And there was one thing I kept. Just one. Not a cream, not a serum. One thin layer of a plain oil, the kind my mother once kept by her mirror, pressed into my face with my own 2 hands, at the sink, in less than a minute. That is the whole habit. And the exact way I do it, that is what I want to show you next. So here is exactly how it goes, and it begins before the oil. Plain warm water. I wash my face slowly at the sink, before bed, the way I have for years. Only sometimes a soft, gentle cleanser, nothing harsh, nothing that leaves my skin feeling tight. Most nights it is just the warm water and my hands. Then I dry my face. And here is the small thing that matters more than any bottle ever did. I pat, I do not rub. Soft, quick presses with the towel. I never drag the skin around. My mother taught me that, and I think she was right. Now, while my face is still a little damp, still cool from the water, this is when the oil goes on. One thin layer. I press it in with my hands gently, and that is the whole of it. The oil? For me it is often plain camellia oil, tsubaki. Nothing fancy, nothing new. The same kind my mother kept by the mirror, in a small bottle for as long as I can remember. Just a few drops, warmed between my palms for a moment first. I like it a little warm, then pressed softly over my cheeks and around my eyes. Not rubbed in, just pressed. That is all. And there is something about it I did not expect. The warmth of the oil in my hands, the quiet of the house, the water still on my skin. It has become a small moment I look forward to. Not a chore, Just a quiet minute that is only mine before sleep. No 10 steps. No serum before the cream before the other cream. No timer counting down while I stand there. It takes less than a minute, honestly. And I will tell you the truth. I am a little lazy, and I like that it is quick. If it took 20 minutes and 7 bottles, I would not do it. I know myself. May I ask you something, like a friend over tea? Tell me in the comments how old you are, and whether you have also let go of the expensive bottles. I would love to know I am not the only one. And if a slower way of caring for your skin feels kind to you, take a moment and subscribe. So that is it. Warm water, pat dry, one thin layer of oil, pressed in while the skin is damp. Less than a minute, and then I go to bed. And every time I tell someone this, every time a friend hears that the whole thing is this small, this plain, I watch them lean in a little closer. They wait for the rest of it. They are sure there must be more. And then they ask me the same question every time, the one I always have to smile at. They ask me what the secret is. So I tell them the truth gently. There is no secret and no miracle. None. I know that is not the answer people want, but it is the honest one. This little habit will not reverse anything. It will not turn back the years, and I would never sit here and tell you it does. It is warm water, one thin layer of oil pressed in with my hands, and then going to bed. That is really all it is, and I think that is the part that surprises people most. They want a jar with a promise on it. They want the one thing they were missing all these years. But when I look honestly at my own life, at what actually keeps my skin calm at 59, it is not in a bottle at all. It is sleep, warm food, drinking my water slowly through the day, and not rushing. That is where it lives, if it lives anywhere. A bowl of hot miso soup in the morning, a glass of water beside my bed at night, a room that is quiet and a little tidy, the lamp low before I close my eyes. These plain things do more for my face than any cream I ever bought and put back on the shelf. And I want to say this softly, because it matters. I am not a doctor. I never was. If your skin is troubled, if something changes or worries you, please see a doctor. Truly. This is only my own life, my own experience over the years. It is not advice from anyone in a white coat. I am just a woman telling you what has felt right for me, at my sink, before bed. So if you try one small thing tonight, try this. Wash your face with warm water, nothing harsh. And while your skin is still a little damp, warm a few drops of a plain oil between your palms and press it in with your hands. Not rubbing, just pressing, softly, over the cheeks and around the eyes. For me it is camellia oil, tsubaki, the same kind my mother kept by her mirror. But any gentle oil that your skin likes is fine. Do it slowly. Sitting down is fine. Honestly, I am a little lazy, and this takes less than a minute, and I love that about it. There is no timer, no 10 steps, no certain order I have to remember. Just warm water, one thin layer, and bed. That is the whole habit I kept at 59. That is it. After all the jars I let go of, this is the small, almost nothing thing that stayed. Simple, quiet, and it has felt right for me for years now. I did not keep it because it was clever, or because someone told me to. I kept it because it is kind, and because my skin never once asked for more. So let the shelf be a little emptier. Let the evening be a little slower. You do not need to chase anything, or buy anything, or fix anything tonight. Warm water, a few drops of oil, a good night's sleep. And in the morning, a calm, bare face in the mirror, catching the light. Be gentle with your own skin, and be gentle with yourself. That is enough.